All right, guys, you are back to Tuesday's mini-sode series, A Dose for the Soul, with your favorite host, Misty. And this is Double Dose Real Talk Podcast. Welcome, guys, back to mini-sode 20. And guess what? It is 364 days on this microphone servicing a podcast show. Yes, I proclaimed it a long time ago. I am the producer. I am the host. I do it all here. So, tomorrow we make a full year in the pod industry. And today's topic is going to be a little bit relevant to that because I'm not going to go too much into the celebration piece because, to be quite honest with y'all, going to have to come back for the full episode this week, which is not going to be that long, I promise. Here is what I am going to talk about today. It's something that's crazy because in having gone into the pod industry space, this is not something that I was new to, this concept that we're going to talk about. It's not something that I was new to it, right? It's something that I've definitely heard in the past, but it's something that I've battled with. And I'm going to tell you why I've battled with it, because it is not my favorite word in the vocabulary of any type of dictionary, whether Webster's or Urban. If you heard 2 full episodes ago, I definitely have my own issues with Urban Dictionary. But there is a concept in a word out there. Well, it's actually 2 words. One obviously derived from the other. It is this thing about haters and hate. And let me be honest with y'all why my problem is with this concept. Because while I get it. Now being in the pod industry, I've heard so much, right? I've heard so much people say, oh, you're not popping unless you have the haters, which is probably true. It probably is true, right? You're not popping, you don't make headlines, you're not in the news. People don't look your way to see what you're about unless it's somebody who's hating on you and probably talking shit about you, right? That is probably true. I mean, we've seen this in several industries. We have, right? But here's my thing with that word haters and that word hate. I just don't like it. Hate is a word that I don't like to use. I'm not going to say at all because it has slipped out of my mouth and I have used it. But it's something that I just feel like when you use it in a sentence, like when you use it in your conversations, you're not only like attracting it to you, but you're channeling just so much negativity with it. Like, you ever hear somebody sit there and just say it like, oh, I hate that. No, they don't say it all calm. They don't say it chipper. They don't say it perky like, I hate that. No, that's not how they fucking say it. When people use the word, they say, I hate. And they put so much passion into that word, right? And so when you think about just how strong that word is and just how passionate it is for some people, especially when they want to express such a strong dislike to something, and then you think of what a hater is, like those are just 2 words that I try as much as possible to just keep away from anything that I speak into the universe. I've just evolved so much in the last 364 days, especially in this industry, but also just as an individual and a person. And I've just realized just how powerful it is, the shit that we say to ourselves or just in our spaces with the people that we probably love the most too, because that's who usually we talk to, right? We're usually talking a lot, especially in confianza and confidence, right? Let's not go too far. My best friends are my confidants. That is who I turn to. And when we are talking to these people who we love the most, when we are talking to these people who we share so much with, right? The people that we turn to, do we really want to sit there and constantly say, oh, I hate this, oh, I hate that, oh, I hate this, or I hate that? I mean, me personally, when people are having that conversation with me, a very deep conversation or a trusting conversation, do I really want to hear you guys say all the time, I hate this, I hate that? No, I really don't. I really, really don't. The word hate and this whole concept of haters is just so strong. It just has such a negative attention and attraction to just the universe itself, to life itself. And it's definitely something that I stay away from. And I say that to this mini-sode and I bring this to light because I feel like we've just gotten so used to it. We've gotten so used to the whole concept of, oh, you got haters, so you pop in. Oh, the haters are coming. The haters are there. Like, I get it. And we've just become so not only used to, but so immune to it in different spaces and so many different environments, particularly to this one, to the pod industry, or even in the media, right? When you have such the negative highlights of a person as opposed to the good things that they do. And listen, I'm not here to portray myself as a saint. I never do. I'm completely real and raw as to who I am. There are many different roles that I do fulfill, and I've said this multiple times, and you guys heard about this in my previous mini-sode. And it's been a balancing act. I've been a whole juggling Judy, right? But I do think that even though I'm able to do all of that, even though I'm able to put myself in different spaces, even though there's many different roles that I do fulfill. And while I'm not perfect, and not everybody is always going to be in the space to like me, or as we say, here on this pod and in others, or they're not going to be in a space to fuck with me, right? Not everybody is going to support you, and we know this, right? I mean, that doesn't have to mean I have to be so accepting of a hater, quote unquote, or the hate that anybody wants to send my way. And so if I'm not going to be accepting of that, right, whether it is in my career, whether it is on the show, whether it is in any other space that I am planning to enter, stay tuned. But even if that's the case, I'm not also going to allow myself to channel it or fucking put it out into the universe. That's definitely one of the commitments I want to try and stick to. Is one of the commitments I'm making to myself. It's part of me trying to reinvent sort of my discipline, my ability to have discipline, not just in the space of, working out, which I have shared on this platform, like hate or haters or hatred. I think it's something that can definitely, like when you say it, you kind of spew the negativity upon yourself and your surroundings and your people and your loved ones. You kind of let it live. You kind of give it life. And I mean, who really wants to do that? Who really wants to sit there and give hate or hatred or haters that much life, that much space, that much shine? Like, who wants to do that? I don't. You shouldn't. None of us should. So are they going to exist? Yeah, they're going to exist. I'm sure they're going to come. I'm sure they're going to show themselves, right? Is the hate going to be there? I mean, I'm sure it is. Are people going to try and send it your way? Absolutely. And here we are. We do what we need to do to protect ourselves from that. Many people will sit there and say, I pray on it. Cool. I pray on it too. I pray on it. I mean, I'll be lying to you if I say I'm 100% or 1,000% fully in tune with my faith. But I will say this. I definitely pray out to the universe. And so, again, to my commitment with the universe, to my commitment with universal powers, to my commitment with what the entire body needs, your entire being, I definitely want to stay away from certain words, certain verbiage, certain context. And hatred, haters is definitely in the family. Honestly, guys. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because if I wanted to send out a message here, is that we all know that there's good and then there's bad. We all know that there are people who will send out energy to you with goodness through their eyes or with not so goodness through their eyes, right? And we do have to commit ourselves to protecting everything that is for us, that we create, that we give life to. And so I think that if we're on that journey and we're committing ourselves to that discipline by just giving slight negative powers, slight negative light, like with hate, hatred, or haters, then we fucking our own shit up by allowing it. And so this is just a message to remind you guys that whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's day 1 or day 364, right? Whether it's a podcast, whether it's a blog, whether it's a new job, whether you just discover what your whole new career path is going to be, whether it is that you just took on a whole new project in the creative space, whether it is that you just took on, I don't know, let's say medical school, whatever it is. Protect all that goal, protect all those dreams, right? And I'm not sounding delusional here. It's real, right? Sometimes we look at goals as something that, yes, I'm going to achieve this. And some of us look at those goals as aspirations that don't fall too far from being dreams, right? Some of us even look at it as a fantasy. So be it. Sometimes we got to bring all of that to life, but don't do it with negativity in it. Keep certain things away from it. Don't channel it into your own universe. You will have those inner battles with yourself. And that's why you pick and choose those battles, right? Because you know yourself. You know how far you can go. But just try your best to stay away from all that negative shit for yourself and for the people that you love. And on that note, guys, this has been your Tuesday mini-sode series, A Dose for the Soul, number 20. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.